I like the strategy of curling. I think it's really unique in that way where you're thinking several shots ahead at a time, and I don't think there are too many sports like that. So I found that always very interesting about curling, and just how the sport is so social as well. I mean, what sport can you really bring a beer on the playing service and kind of drink it at any time? So I really like the social aspect of it. I like how anyone can really play the sport as well. I mean, it takes a little bit of learning, but anyone can really go out there and I think play the game and learn how to enjoy the game as well. So those are some of the things I really like. I think it's a lot of people's favorite moments in Manitoba too. It would be 2005, the Scott Tournament of Hearts. Jennifer Jones representing Manitoba, and she was in the final against Ontario, and she made this very difficult in-off shot to win the Canadian Championship. And I remember watching that game live, and I hadn't seen a shot quite like that before, and still, with what was on the line during that game, I still haven't seen a shot quite like that. So I think it's one of the more memorable curling moments of all time, and it's my favorite for sure.
Welcome back to Hurry Hard. He is Craig Baker, Executive Director of Curl Manitoba. We're talking, Craig, today about the Manitoba Open, the world's longest running bonspiel. How long is that, first of all?
I'm going to date it back to 1888. Why not? I wasn't around, but we'll go that far. So it's got to be 100. We're saying it's the 129th version of it, so for sure.
What a ride it's been then. How has this event been able to sustain itself over all these years? Why is it still around? What's made it so successful over the years?
I'm going to say it's unique, and that is probably what goes down as probably what it is, but it is a bonspiel that has existed because of the participants. It doesn't exist because of the organization or anything like that, but it's the curlers that make it great, right? And so it's changed over the years, but right now it's 256 teams. We cap it in, so this is the fourth winter, I believe, that we're bringing in the cap, and that's just so we can pre-ice it and pre-draw it, and the players know where they're going, whether win or lose of their game or whatnot. In the old days, they would have to phone a headquarters and find out where they were going, and there was a big 2-hour wait, and everybody was debating about where they might go. So, but yeah, so it's 256 teams, and I think the cap, I think back in the 80s or 70s, I don't know the exact year, they got up to 1,024. Oh. So they actually had 1,024 playing in it. But the cool thing about it is we use every club within Winnipeg, as well as East St. Paul and West St. Paul, just outside the perimeter. So we use all the curling clubs, and the curlers go club to club to club. So you're guaranteed 6 games. You start Thursday night, you run through till Saturday and into Sunday, Monday if you are successful. But yeah, there's 13 events. We have a sponsor for each event, title sponsor for each event, and you can win. There's 3 spots up for grab for the men's provincials. So a lot of information off one question, I know. So I think I'm getting better at this. But yeah, so that's where we're at.
That's about 3 or 4 questions I had. Quickly, you mentioned the half spiel. If you can't do the full grind of the Manitoba Open, right? There's the half spiel as well. Quickly describe what the half spiel is all about.
Yeah, the half spiel, you guaranteed 3 games. It starts Friday night and goes through till Sunday. So it's exactly that. It's so that you don't have to take time off work. You don't have to. You can do that. You can do it on your Friday night and do it over the weekend. So because we know people treasure their summer holidays, so we don't expect them to take all the days off in the winter. But it's a way to get someone new to curling, new to the bonspieling, get them involved in it, going club to club and figure out where some of these clubs are at without giving the full commitment of having to go 6 games. They can do 3 games and still have the fun of it.
Where can interested teams then register, and how long do they have?
Yeah, the biggest thing is on our website. curlmanitoba.org is the best place to go. You have till January 5th, and yeah, we're trying to do different things to encourage people to enter early. So definitely check it out and enter as soon as you can.
Figured I'd ask you about the provincial juniors since we're here at St. Vital. First of all, Manitoba has the last 4 Canadian national champions, which is pretty crazy, I think. What does that mean for Manitoba junior curling, something like that? No other province has won 4 straight Canadian titles. This is the first Manitoba has. What does that mean for our juniors in this province?
You can't walk through our provincials. We got some pretty impressive depth on the male and female side, but yeah, our male side, 4 provincial champions have gone to the nationals and gone on to the worlds 4 years in a row. I mean, how cool is that? Our reigning world championship, when Braden Calvert won the worlds 2 years ago and came back to our provincials last year because he was still eligible, didn't even make the playoffs. So we had the reigning world champion Skip, a little bit different of a front end, but reigning Skip didn't make the playoffs in our provincials the following year. So there's some impressive depth we have going on. And even if you look at Matt Dunstone last year as a junior champion, made it to our finals of our men's as well. So I mean, our juniors are there. We had a few junior teams in our men's last year, so it's going to be some exceptional curling, both here at St. Vital and at Pembina. It's not male at one, female at the other. They are going between clubs And it is some exceptional curling, so we encourage everybody to come check it out and support these clubs.
Craig Baker, thank you very much for this. Back with more on Hurry Hard. Included in the many curling awards and victories from Jennifer Jones are 2 provincial junior championships and a Canadian championship. Her second on that team, none other than her second now, Jill Officer, who we asked about her time in juniors. I'm going to ask you about juniors because they're here at your home club of the St. Vital this year. You have some pretty good junior memories, I bet, as well. For those who don't know, Jill was with Jennifer, 93 Manitoba champs, 94 Manitoba champs, and Canadian champs as well. What are some of your best memories from your time in juniors?
Well, that was a long time ago. But obviously that's where it kind of all started for Jennifer and myself particularly. I think this year, not consecutively, but this year is our 21st year playing together, Jennifer and myself. Like I say, not consecutively, but it all started in juniors for us. So the very first year we played together, we lost the provincial final, and then we won 2 provincials the next 2 years and a national title, and we weren't even 20 yet. So there's obviously something about her and I being on the same team and the connection that has worked well for us over the years. But I have a lot of great memories of juniors and kind of the first time traveling to a national championship and thinking of it as like an all-expense paid trip to Quebec or to Nova Scotia, and meeting so many other curlers from other provinces, and these are actually curlers that I still talk to and that we still play against, some of them, so just a lot of great memories of traveling across the country and meeting lots of people. First time going to Europe, when I was 18, I think, or something, and at that time, that's when Sandra Schmiller and her team were, Scotties champions, world champions. A few years later, they won the Olympics. So that was a time where we were seeing them on the tour, playing against them on the tour. Those are like really important memories that I have of my time in juniors, because we looked up to their team, and now we're kind of in their position now from that time. So just lots of really great things. And I know those things aren't even things that were happening on the ice, right? But that's the beauty of the sport, and those are some of the things I love about it.
And that will do it for another episode of Hurry Hard, the Manitoba Curling Show here on Shaw TV. We want to thank the St. Vital Curling Club for letting us come down today. And thanks to all our outstanding guests as well. We're going to take a bit of a holiday break here on Hurry Hard. Our next new episode will come to you on January 13th, where we plan to be at the Pembina Curling Club, which is the other host site of the Junior Provincials. And we'll also have some highlights from the finals, which are here at St. Vital. And we'll chat with the winners as well. Things getting pretty crazy in the new year when it comes to the curling world, so definitely join us when things heat up for sure. You can watch full episodes of our show online at our Shaw TV Winnipeg YouTube account, and you can check us out on Twitter and Facebook at Shaw TV Winnipeg. So we thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays, happy new year, and we'll see you next time on Hurry Hard.